Have you ever noticed that some days it feels like your body is working against you? Maybe you wake up with an ache that wasn't there yesterday, or you're just more tired than you used to be. Well, what if I told you that some of the things you do every day without even thinking might be quietly chipping away at your health? Now, I'm not here to scare you, but as someone who's chatted with countless doctors and read stacks of research, I've learned that a few common habits, things many of us do on autopilot, can silently harm our health after 65. The good news, once you know about them, you can take simple steps to protect yourself. Today, let's uncover the first two habits doctors urge seniors to stop immediately. And don't worry, I'll share easy, practical fixes you can start today. Let's start with something we all do more as we age, sitting for too long. Now, I love a good book or a cozy afternoon with the grandkids as much as anyone. But here's the problem. Hours of sitting without moving can slow your circulation, weaken your muscles, and even raise your risk of heart issues. It's like letting a car engine idle all day. It just isn't built for that. My neighbor Frank used to joke that his recliner had a gravity setting. Once he sat down, he couldn't get up. But after his doctor warned him about blood clots, he started setting a timer. Every 30 minutes he stands, stretches, or walks to the kitchen for a glass of water. And you know what? His legs don't cramp anymore, and he's even lost a few pounds. The fix is simpler than you think. Just move a little, often. Set reminders, march in place during TV ads, or walk laps around your living room. Your body craves motion, not marathon sessions. Now, let's talk about something many of us keep handy. Pain relievers. A pill for a headache, another for joint pain. It's easy to pop them like candy, right? But here's the scary truth. Overusing painkillers, even over-the-counter ones like ibuprofen, can damage your kidneys, irritate your stomach, and mask bigger issues that need a doctor's attention. My friend Carol learned this the hard way. She took ibuprofen daily for her arthritis until her kidneys started protesting. Now she uses a heating pad, does gentle yoga stretches, and saves the pills for true emergencies. If you're relying on painkillers more than a few times a week, it's time to rethink. Try warm baths, massage, or topical creams first. And please, talk to your doctor. They might recommend physical therapy or safer alternatives. Remember, pain is your body's alarm system. Don't just mute it, find the cause. These two habits, sitting too much and overusing painkillers, are like slow leaks in a boat. You might not notice the damage until it's serious. But here's the beautiful part. Small changes can plug those leaks. Stand up and wiggle your toes right now. Go ahead. I'll wait. See? Easy. And if you're in pain, try a warm towel instead of a pill tonight. Your future self will feel the difference. Now, these are just the beginning. But every journey starts with a single step, or in this case, a single stretch. You know, I used to think canned soup was my best friend. Quick, easy, and warm on a chilly day. But then my doctor told me something that made me rethink my pantry entirely. Turns out, some of those convenient foods we love might be doing more harm than good. And that's our next stop on this journey, the sneaky culprits in your diet that doctors beg seniors to avoid. Processed foods, especially ones loaded with salt, sugar, and preservatives, are like quiet saboteurs. They're easy to grab, but over time they can spike your blood pressure, worsen joint pain, and even fog up your thinking. My friend Betty swore by her nightly bowl of canned soup until her ankles swelled up like balloons. Her doctor traced it straight back to the 3,000 milligrams of sodium hiding in that innocent-looking can. Now, I'm not saying you need to toss every box and can in your kitchen. Start small. Swap that salty soup for a low-sodium version, or better yet, make a big batch of veggie soup and freeze it in portions. Got a sweet tooth? Try dipping apple slices in peanut butter instead of reaching for cookies. It's about progress, not perfection. And hey, if you need inspiration, raid your grandkids' snack drawer. They've probably got some healthier options hiding in there. But here's something even trickier than salty snacks. Something we often forget about entirely. Water? Yep, plain old H2O. As we age, our sense of thirst dulls, and before we know it, we're parched. Dehydration can sneak up on you, causing dizziness, confusion, and even trips to the ER. My cousin Joe thought his off days were just part of getting older, until his daughter bought him a silly-looking water bottle with time markers. Now he sips his way through the day, and he swears his afternoon naps are shorter than ever. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day, but don't stress over counting. Keep a glass by the sink, drink a full mug with every meal, or nibble on watermelon or cucumber. They're packed with water. And if plain water bores you, add a squeeze of lemon, a sprig of mint, or even a few frozen berries. Your brain, kidneys, and energy levels will notice the difference. Now, let's tackle a habit that's tougher to break, skipping regular checkups. I get it. Doctors' offices aren't exactly fun, but here's the truth. Waiting until something hurts to see your doctor is like waiting for a storm to fix your roof. By then, the damage is done. My buddy Sam avoided checkups for years, insisting he felt fine. But when he finally went in, his doctor caught early signs of diabetes, something that could have been managed easily if caught sooner. Mark your calendar right now for that mammogram, blood work, or dental cleaning you've been putting off. Think of it as a tune-up for your body. You wouldn't ignore your car's oil change, would you? And if transportation's an issue, ask a friend to join you or call your local senior center for help. Your health is worth the hassle. These changes might feel overwhelming at first, but remember, you're not alone. Every small step, choosing a banana over a candy bar, sipping herbal tea instead of soda, scheduling that overdue checkup, is a victory. And the best part? These fixes don't just prevent problems. They can actually make you feel lighter, sharper, and more like you. Stick with me, friends. We've got one more round of life-changing habits to uncover, and I promise they're worth the wait. There's nothing quite like digging your hands into the soil, is there? It's good for the soul and the body. But here's something we don't talk about enough. Staying socially connected and caring for your mind is just as vital as tending a garden. In fact, doctors say neglecting these two things can harm your health as much as any physical habit. Let's dig into the final warnings and how to turn them into opportunities to thrive. First up, isolating yourself. Now, I know life changes as we age. Friends move, families get busy, and sometimes it feels easier to stay home. But here's the hard truth. Loneliness isn't just sad. It's dangerous. Studies show chronic loneliness can weaken your immune system, hike up blood pressure, and even speed up dementia. My buddy Hank lost his wife a few years back, and he shut down, stopped going to church, skipped his weekly coffee group. But then his granddaughter signed him up for a woodworking class. Now, he's teaching kids how to build birdhouses, and he hasn't missed a Tuesday in 2 years. You don't need a big crowd, just one or two meaningful connections. Call an old friend, join a book club, or even chat with the cashier at the grocery store. And if leaving home feels tough, try virtual meetups or phone dates. Your heart, literally, will thank you. Now, let's tackle a habit that's easy to overlook. Mismanaging medications. Maybe you've skipped a dose because you felt fine, or mixed pills without asking your doctor. But here's the risk. As we age, our bodies process meds differently. What worked at 60 could harm you at 75. My Aunt Ruth ended up in the hospital because she took her blood pressure pill with grapefruit juice. Turns out it's a dangerous combo. Her doctor said, "Ruth, you're playing pharmacy roulette." Use a pill organizer like this one. Color-coded if you need to. Set phone alarms for doses, and always ask your pharmacist about interactions. Better yet, do a medication checkup yearly. Bring every pill, supplement, and vitamin to your doctor. It's a hassle, but hey, so is a trip to the ER. Let's tie this all together. We've talked about sitting less, easing up on painkillers, ditching processed foods, staying hydrated, keeping up with checkups, nurturing connections, and managing meds. But here's the secret. These aren't rules. They're choices. Choices to honor the life you've built and the future you deserve. So, pick one thing to start with. Swap a processed snack for fresh fruit today. Call a friend this week. Or sort those medications into a shiny new organizer. Small steps add up. I've seen it time and again, and I want to hear your story. Drop a comment below. What's one change you'll make? Your idea might inspire someone else to take that first step. If this resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this with someone you care about, and subscribe. Together, let's build a community that grows healthier, happier, and more connected every day.